puncture of heroin-filled needles. Her left arm she'd drawn up with a tulip. Tulips had been our grandmother Josephine's favorite flower, and the tattoo was meant to pay tribute. Near the end, Cara had run out of good veins. Her tulip's soft petals became blighted with track marks. Both of her flowers were drained of ink, which had slowly been replaced by scars. My reflection was her, and it wasn't her. I was myself, but I was my sister. I was hallucinating, Cara. This isn't a metaphor. I learned through reading articles on twin loss that this delusion, that one is looking upon their dead twin when really they are looking at themselves, is a common experience among identical twinless twins. It is impossible for surviving twins to differentiate their living body from their twins. They become a breathing memorial for their lost half. Cara's reflection became a warning. I would become her on the other side of our looking glass if I wasn't careful. It wasn't only her likeness I craved. For me, her self-destruction was contagious. I mimicked it to try to bring her back, to be nearer to her. I tore apart my life just as she'd shredded her own. On my face, I saw the thin scar our mother's carelessly long fingernail had made on the apple of my sister's cheek. I remember the origins of all our scars. We were 3 years old when Cara got scratched, on the way home from a petting zoo. The three of us, Mom, Cara, and I, rode unbuckled in the hard-shelled covered carriage of my uncle's pickup. Mom held us close as the truck bumped along. We were almost home when Uncle jammed the brakes to avoid an animal in the road. The truck stopped so short and fast that the three of us slid forward. I stayed under Mom's arm, but Cara catapulted toward the metal hatchback door. Mom grabbed for her quickly and missed. Mom's fingernail sliced straight as a surgeon's scalpel into Cara's cheek. The scar that remained was ordinary. It healed as harmless as a paper cut, but in a dotted line. It was difficult to see unless the light hit it in such a way that the scar would gleam, like a row of flat stones set out to dry in the sunshine after a downpour. During the closest years of our lives, Cara liked to fasten bobby pins into my hair and admire the updos she invented. We administered weekly sisterly beautification, little animals that we were. We applied honey face masks, avocado hair glazes, and salt scrubs. We performed on each other the tedious process of individual split end removal with a pair of hair-cutting shears. She called me her raven sister with the sexy beehive. I called her my messy, unmatching flower goddess. Of course, there were other names, the cruel and loving ones we give our siblings. Cara took her nicknames for me with her when she died. Pumpkin Seed, Digger, Shave, and Newt. I am the sole historian left to record our lives. It's difficult to know if my memories are true without her. We mixed our memories up. Our lives were a jumble. I can remember being where I never was, in places I never saw. My sister's marital chamber on her wedding night, the filthy hotel rooms of her drug buys, sitting at her writing desk as she tapped away at her keyboard. It wasn't uncommon for us to remember something that had happened to our twin. It can seem that I was the one who had kissed Chad Taylor in the parking lot of our junior high school, his wail of a tongue bobbing back and forth in my mouth, his hands heavy as bricks on my hips. But it was Cara who kissed him. She ran back home and spared no detail. I felt that kiss myself, my first kiss. My sister spun her tale until I knew it too, until it was mine as much as it was hers. Nothing could happen to one without it happening to the other. I could tell the story either way. Me kissing Chad, or Cara kissing him. Cara claimed what was mine, just as I took what was hers. We shared everything, until there was nothing of our single selves left. It was my task in grieving her to unravel the tight,